For CBSI Services, talking business at the Direct Marketing Club of New York. A terrific panel discussion, women in leadership. I had a chance to talk with Stacey Hawes of Epsilon, who is a moderator today, and Adrea Rubin of Adrea Rubin Marketing, and Zier, the CEO of Nutrisystem. And why don't we start with Stacey? What were some of the key highlights that came up today about leadership and how women can move ahead in business?
Sure. I think we all had very different yet very similar perspectives about what a leader needs to do. A leader needs to set a vision, build a culture, hire the right team, I think was a common theme that came up, using emotional intelligence to understand who the right folks are to hire, and then how to diffuse situations to kind of get the most out of those.
And Adria, what are your key thoughts? You had a lot of good advice from running your own company, working your way through adversity. What were some of the key points today?
I think that it's really important if you're a CEO of a company, whether you're a CEO or a working owner, that women need to do business with women and raise women up. I believe in the power of 3 R's: recruit, retain, and rise up.
Very good. Dawn, you come from a engineering background, Stony Brook and MIT, and then went into publishing, Reader's Digest. Tell us a little bit about some of the key things in your career that you had to overcome.
Well, I've been lucky. I've been very fortunate in my career. I've always had mentors who, helped champion me, helped sponsor me, which I think helped me along the way. I'm a big believer in working hard, putting in the time, and raising your hand. And my advice for women out there is that don't be afraid to raise your hand. And if the door's a little open, push it open all the way.
Absolutely. And maybe just to ask you about one of the points you made was the importance of emotional intelligence. Why is that such a key factor today?
I think as a leader, it's really important that the leader themselves adapt to the workforce that they have. And to get the best out of people, you really have to understand what makes them tick, what motivates them. So it's really about adapting to their styles, not having them adapt to your leadership style. And I think that takes a lot of emotional intelligence.
Adria, I really like the point you made today about talking to one new person a week, having lunch with them perhaps, and sometimes we don't take a break to do that often enough. Why has that been so valuable for you? Why is that so important?
I think it's really important to maintain relationships as one continues throughout their career. And if I think back to all the people that I've met that have come across my path, I still work and have relationships with them, and that's why a lot of my relationships have existed for more than 30 years.
Very good. And we'll finish with Stacey today, who moderated our panel from Epsilon. And I really liked your point early about growth and comfort don't coexist. I hear that from my friends in the military all the time. It's one of the things they teach is learning to work through discomfort. Why is that important? And what was any other key points you want to make about today's discussion?
So that was a quote that Dawn started with, but it's really important. I think this minute that you're comfortable in anything that you're doing, you've stopped learning. And it's important to always stretch yourself, continue to learn. I think the times that you are feeling most uncomfortable in your career are going to be the times that you actually learn the most. So turning any kind of failures or uncomfortable situations into those key wins is really critical. These are well-seasoned ladies that I had the opportunity to moderate this panel on today. I think some of the key points we mentioned earlier, Dawn was saying raise your hand. Be sure, don't wait to be asked for something. Adria's advice of become the CEO of your own career and take charge of your leadership brand. Those words are great. And my parting words would be aware of that wake that you leave. We all leave one, and you need to be aware of what that is and know that a lot of eyes are watching the higher up you go.
Best wishes, and this is Ken Kraetzer on behalf of CBSI Services, talking business at the Direct Marketing Club of New York.